You're listening to Intellectual Nudity, Uncensored, Uninhibited, Unleashed, The Jose Soto Show.
Alright, so in France, we have, I don't know, now they're saying it's 300,000 French toads hopping around the streets of Paris, causing riots, clashing with cops. Oh, yeah. We have Christian love, you see. We don't hate anybody. We're just very passionate. So I got to see some of these videos of the demonstration, I guess you might call it. It was a riot. I mean, that's what it was. And what happened was 300,000 of these French people. Oh, France is so progressive. Oh, Jose, did you get the news? France is so progressive. Really. They always, these Europeans, they're pretty funny people. Because they always criticize America. Like, America's so backwards. Oh, yo, stupid Americans. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up, blah, 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 blah. And here they are, raging homophobes, foaming at the mouth. 300,000 of these freaks out in the street. Now, if this were to happen in America, say 300,000 teabaggers go out there and they start raging and foaming at the mouth about the gays trying to get married, believe me, the British, the French, the Italians, the Germans, the Swedish, they will all come out, the Spaniards, will all come out in full force and condemn America for being the bigot that it is. 300,000 Americans march into... Imagine 300,000 little Brian Browns and Brian Fishers. A lot of Brians. 300,000 porno Pete's marching down Washington. Marching down the Washington Mall. Wouldn't that be a scene? No, that would be a scene. Yeah, it would. So tomorrow, I think Brian Brown and a bunch of altar boys are going to go march on Washington. I don't know how many people are going to show up to that, but we're going to have another rally over there that supports gay marriage, and NOM is going to have their own sort of, I don't know what you're going to call it, a rally, concert. I don't know what it is. What the hell is it? It's nothing but a fruity little event. We gay people, we have really good events, I think. I mean, take a look at the Boy Scouts and all these, the Values Voters, CPAC, and all, these venues are so fucking boring and fruity and fuddy-duddy. It's just like, what's the point? What's the fucking point of this? But I just like it. I just love this, how the French will always lecture us of, how we are so backwards in this country regarding, equality and all that kind of stuff. They're always going to be criticizing us. But, the media is kind of funny. The media is like downplaying this. So we had to go to Russia today to get the videos, so I did that. And, most of it is visual, so I can't really show it to you, and I don't want to show it anyway. I mean, you can find it on YouTube. But you'll see people like these French bigots, because that's what they are. No, it's not a slur. I've already went through that. Don't email me and say, Jose, how dare you call us a bigot? Fuck you. You people call us predators, terrorists, evil, satanic. You're blaming us for the end of the world. I mean, isn't that kind of worse than being called a bigot or a hater? I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just a guy here. So, we have these French people, these French bigots, with their baguettes and their little gay ambulance vehicles and their police vehicles, and they are having a fit over this gay marriage. I mean, it's not going. I mean, their fit is a fit. I mean, you would think that these people are fighting over retirement or pensions or health care, or they're fighting over war and peace. No, they're not fighting for that. They're fighting to make sure that gays don't have a marriage license. Isn't that kind of, I don't know. But the upper echelon, the oligarchs are loving this. I mean, they get the people distracted. Meanwhile, they're looting Cyprus, right? They are looting the banks and the European Union. The euro is going down, is breaking apart. Who cares? We care about is homosexual marriage. That's what we care about, you Americans. Right? Mm-hmm. So, but I have never seen such tomfoolery. And it's not even it's just insanity that I saw in these videos. We saw a couple of these French people, because I had somebody translate it, see what they were saying, because I don't speak that much French. And so they were using kids. Now, listen to this. You're going to say, what? Jose, how is it? No. You think that these people are all about the kids. No. They don't give a shit about the kids. They're in there with their kids, or probably somebody else's kids. Okay? They're in there, in this riot, where you have all these cops throwing mace and tear gas, and you want to take a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old to this kind of environment, in this situation where people are pounding each other. The hell's the matter with you? You fucking lunatic. If you do that here, we'll take your kid away. As we should. But no, here we go. They grab their kids and then they use them as human shields against the Parisian cops. Because the cops told them you can march anywhere but not in the what is it? That monument. I don't know what it was. The Champ something. I forgot what it was called. I'm not really that lectured in some of the monuments of France, but it's the most famous one. Not the Eiffel Tower, the other one. So they couldn't march through that. They wanted to go up there, and the cops say nobody gets to march there. Not even the gay parade goes through there. But they wanted to go through there, right? And you see, this is how they operate. When certain mayors or state officials would grant a gay person or a gay couple a marriage license, they're breaking the law. That's what they say. But here, the law is you cannot march up to this monument. But here we go. They're breaking through the barricades. They're marching up to the fucking monument, breaking the laws. Basically, lawbreakers. And they can break the law. I mean, if a gay parade ever did that, oh, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. So then they take these kids, they hold them in front of them. So that way the cops won't be able to beat them or throw mace at them, but I guess some cops did. And so it's pretty, I don't know, fucking sick. Fucking degenerate to use your own kid as a human shield so you can go up, get your political point across, put your kid at risk of being suffocated and choked to death by the mace or the tear gas, and you are marching in this, or not marching, they're rioting, because that's what they were doing, rioting in this pandemonium, for what? Because you want to protect your kids, but here you are with your kids holding them in front of you so the cop won't beat you, risking the chance that you might injure your kid. I mean, you're so fucking ridiculous. These people over there, I don't know what the hell's the matter with them. Now, but let me tell you something. All of you anti-gays, all of you quacks out there, let me tell you this. You people are really fucking up big time. I mean, I thought that our enemies in this issue would be a little bit smarter than this, a little bit clever, a little bit more sophisticated, but they're not. Our enemies are not that sophisticated, but there are plenty of them. You see, that's the problem. problem is not that they're sophisticated or that they have some sort of system in place in which we can never penetrate without a condom or lube. But that's not what we have. We have a enemy that is very, very stupid. Is very reckless. And we have to learn from them. We have to examine them. I mean, we have to put them under the microscope, put them inside of a petri dish, and know what not to do. Boycotts don't work. Look at the American Family Association. Look at all these other anti-gay groups. 1 million moms boycotting JCPenney because they hired a lesbian like Ellen DeGeneres. Remember those boycotts and what happened? Nothing happened. Obviously, nobody even knows who 1 million moms is. If you're not a gay person or heavily involved in the Republican Party, you don't even know who 1 million moms are, which is what 50,000 dudes. That's what calling themselves 1 million moms. I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe they're closeted transgender people. And then we have the American Family Association, not really well known beyond the gay community and, of course, the religious right. So nobody knows about these people because nobody gives a shit about what they do. So we have to be better than them. We cannot be rioting, boycotting, or doing any of this stupid crap that doesn't do anything but leave negative effects. I mean, that's what I want to say. So we have to rethink the boycott thing. We have to rethink things like that. Okay, and be very careful too. And but what I want to say to the quacks out there is, look, we gay people, remember 2008 when you got your Mormon money, you went to California and you banned gay marriage through Proposition 8. The next day we had marches. They were peaceful marches. I'm not really a fan of marches unless there's something really bad out there that needs to be done about. There's something really, urgent that we need to get across to our lawmakers. But other than that, I'm not really a believer in demonstrations or marches. But nonetheless, the march that we had in West Hollywood, the marches that we had, the demonstrations that we had, they're all peaceful. There was no rioting. We didn't break windows. We didn't, get the tear gas out, and none of that shit. Okay. And yesterday, David Mixner, he had a candlelight vigil for an hour. Nobody said anything, which is a silent vigil. To, I guess you can pray. I don't know what to show solidarity, I guess, on these issues and to be hopeful for the Supreme Court, who is going to hear the cases. So, you look at that one, it was just peaceful. People with candles, nothing, no big deal, no fuss. We're not here to create a scene. And then you look at these people in France, and then they were just using kids as human shields, battering and clashing with the cops, tearing down barricades, running through the streets like a bunch of maniacs, hurting kids, hurting old people, punching people, hitting people. I mean, what's the matter with you? But you see, if we were to do that, if a group of gay people got up and rised up and started rioting, oh my God, we would be the talk of the town. All these right wingers that were rioting in the city of Paris, using their kids as human shields, they're now going to be pointing a finger at us. Hey, you homosexuals, you sodomites. Why are you rioting in our streets? But we're better than that, are we? We're better than rioting, I guess. I hope. And of course, we are going to wait for the decision of the Supreme Court of the United States to see what happens with that. And I will address that later. But, just look out for yourself. and for the community. I mean, don't just do something because I feel like it's good. Because I remember this stupid artist, I forgot his name, but some artist up in LA, he was, his approach to the Chick-fil-A thing was, he painted on a restaurant. He basically, vandalized a restaurant. But he painted on the wall of the side of a restaurant, a cow, because that's their mascot, it's a cow. A cow saying more hate or something like that. And, yeah, it's pretty funny, but in the end, it's like, you know what happened, right? Oh, and don't forget the Family Research Council shooting. They blamed gay people in the Southern Poverty Law Center because of that. Remember? And yet these people can, go out in the streets, use babies as shields, hit the police, throw rocks, break things, and do other things like that. Right? They can do all that because they're straight. And I'm not saying it's homophobia. I'm just saying that it's a double standard. But in reality, why do I complain about that? I mean, let them riot. We don't need to do that. And so when we bring this up, obviously, I brought this up on Twitter, and there are people up there fucking complaining about it. Oh, because of a couple of people that were rioting, now you blame everybody. You're, some French girl, some French woman was on my ass about that. And I said, look, lady, remember the FRC shooting? When a gay man who was deranged and probably under some sort of, I don't want to say mind control, but something happened there. It was weird. But we had a deranged gay man, supposedly gay. We don't even know if he's gay or not. But he's a deranged, that we know. And he went to the Family Research Council with a bag of Chick-fil-A sandwiches and a gun, and he shot the security guard. Now, because of that, they were yelling and screaming, foaming at the mouth, terrorism, terrorism, oh my god, these gay people are terrorists. Southern Poverty Law Centers encouraging the gays to rise up with their arms. Right? As if we're like as if we're like white nationalists or survivalists or any of these conspiracy theorists who believe that the government is after them. We're not like that. At least the majority of us. So, and I came out during that event and I said, they're going to blame the gay community on this. And they did. Maybe, I don't know. They did it for that reason. They allowed that event to happen, or Tony Perkins, who has CIA credentials, he's, I see his fingerprints all over that event. But I'm not going to say anything about that. But I just want to point out that when a gay person shoots somebody, the whole gay community pays for it. When straight people who are against gay marriage go out in the streets of Paris, hit the police, break property, vandalize cars, do this, and use babies as shields, they can get away with it. And if we point it out, they tell us, oh, we're hateful, we're the bigots. So that's, I don't know, that is just fucking ridiculous. But anyway, supposedly the bill's going to go through. I don't know. I know people are saying it's going to go through, but I don't live in France. I never planned to travel to France. Be honest with you, I don't really want to go to France. I don't want to go anywhere near Europe, to be honest. I'm not a Europhile. I have friends who love Europe and all that. I'm like, it's not that fascinating at all. And the downtown area of Paris is dead. I mean, I have people that went there and they're like, it's boring. You know, all the clubs are in the Netherlands. They're in the, Monaco, in Barcelona, and sometimes in London, or you go to Germany. But, you know, Paris is dead. You know, there's nothing there. So maybe that's why they had to complain about something, right? There's nothing else to do. You know, you got all these people that are unemployed. They have nothing else to do but to complain and bitch and whine about gay people. So, there you go. Anyway, that is France for you.